Hey everyone, NW Order for Life here with Lord Marksman and Vanadis episode 11 review. This was a much better episode than what they've been showing beforehand. Um, Before I get into it though, let me just say that the reason why this has taken so long is for many reasons. Number one, there was the holidays, and then I had someone come over for a week or two, and then I got sick. So there's been a lot of reasons why this has been delayed, but I'm doing, I want to make sure I stage in my word. If I say I'm going to do the entire, series review, then I'm going to do the entire series review. We've got 3 episodes to go. So with that said, the episode starts off with a new battle maiden known as Valentina. Valentina uses her scythe that it cuts like space, and she can like pass through any space and get almost like teleporting, like cutting a rift and then jumping through to wherever she wants to go. And so she basically visits Tigger in his in his bed. He grabs her breast when he's asleep and rolls back over, and then she just leaves. So whatever that was about, and then we have the Duke of God, these names. I think it's Ganelon or something like that, where he poisoned the king, and the king is like having a mental breakdown over his son being dead, from like the very beginning episodes where the prince was dead, and the king has been in heartache over it. So this guy's like he's poisoned the king, and even if the king gets over his mental issues, he's still poisoned or whatever. Um, but he's going. But what happens is that Tigger, there was this girl in a couple episodes ago that that was in a hood or whatever, and I was like, she seemed kind of suspicious, something about her. Turns out she's actually the prince from the beginning episodes, and the prince was actually a girl, and the prince was never killed. So they all find out, in Tigger's camp, that she's the princess slash prince, because she's been pretending to be a prince all along, and because it's like shameful for her kingdom to have only daughters or whatever. So anyway, she tells them who she is, and she tells them that there's one way to verify who she is, and that's going to the city of Altressia, I think it's called, and that there's like this certain royal stone monument thing that only she knows how to open. That'll prove her identity. So she's going there with Tigger and everybody, and the Duke of Ganelon. God, I wish I remember what the stupid thing was called, but that Duke that poisoned the king, he knows that they're going to go there, and he sets up a trap there, and he knows Thenardier's forces are going there too. Apparently, at some point, I don't know if I missed it or whatever, but Thenardier forces have begun warring against his forces, and so it's like a three-way war now between Thenardier and his forces, and then of course Tigger's forces. So he says that he'll leave a prize for the winner at at Altressia or whatever it is. So they encounter Thenardier forces, and basically there are two dragons that the Duke of Thenardier has, and those dragons, one breathes fire, and one is just like really armored, and they are unable to be damaged by Ludmilla or Elen, and so the armies retreat or whatever after fighting for a while, and they come up with a strategy, and that's that Elen and Ludmilla will take them in the middle, the dragons, and everybody else will pretend to run away, but then kind of do like a pincer attack on the flanks or whatever. And the where the episode shines, where it's better than everything else so far in a lot of past episodes, is that they do a really good job with showing the fighting with the dragons, and like Ludmilla and Ellen combine their dragon arts apparently that's what they're called, Dragonauts, the magic of their weapons, to to make good use of like their striking powers to like pierce the dragons. So like for example, Elen uses her wind to put Ludmila into the air, and Ludmila rains icicles down, which don't really do anything because they are blocked by this anti-magic barrier around these dragons. I guess it's for the armor that they're wearing or something. But even so, like they're able to use like gravity to their advantage and make the weapons pierce them from up high, and like Elen just comes down like using wind as like a way to boost her, and she just like puts a sword right through its back or whatever, and through like just some really nice creative fighting or whatever, they do end up killing both dragons, and the other and we don't know what the outcome of the actual war is with Tigger's forces, but the way they're sitting there at the end, like exhausted and talking to each other, it seems like Tigger's probably going to win that skirmish between Thenardier's forces and his forces. So and then we also saw before Zekted, there was Sophia got a mission from the king to go and like tell Elen to end the war already, because like it's been going on for 6 months, and it's like pretty, if it's time, like end the war. And then Valentina confronted her and said like something about being bored with the palace or whatever. So Sophia kind of looked worried, like she was going to become involved in the war or something. And yeah, so that's the episode in a nutshell. Like I said, much better than previous episodes. The princess being the prince being a princess, and the fact that he was alive and never killed whatever, is kind of like really stupid. I really felt like it was like, man, like do we really need this stupid plot line? And I didn't like that at all, really. I did like the fighting with the dragons, and Tigger, and I mean the army stuff was part of the course usual. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because of the dragon fighting scene, and yeah, not too much to be excited about with this series. Let me know what you think about the series in the comments below. What do you think is good about it, or if there was anything about the episode that excited you and that you're looking forward to. Please rate the video if you like it, and subscribe for more in the future. I'm going to be doing the last 2 episodes back to back after this. So, yep, enjoy it, guys, and have a nice night.